Do you ever feel drained after interacting with certain people? The ones who always seem to manipulate, criticize, or drag you into their chaos. Toxic people can rob you of your peace and energy, but only if you let them. In this video, you'll learn Stoic strategies to protect yourself, regain control, and thrive no matter who you're dealing with. Introduction. Have you ever been manipulated? Have you ever left a conversation feeling drained, confused, or questioning your self-worth? Toxic people have a way of twisting words, pushing boundaries, and planting seeds of doubt, all while making you feel like you're the problem. Manipulation can be subtle or overt, but its impact is always the same. It erodes your peace of mind and sense of control. But what if you didn't have to fall victim to their tactics? What if you could face them with unshakable confidence and calm, no matter how chaotic they try to make your life? The Stoics believed that while you can't change others, you can control how you respond. In this video, we'll explore how to identify toxic behaviors, protect your energy, and regain your emotional freedom. These tools aren't just about dealing with difficult people. They're about reclaiming your power and living on your own terms. Let's dive in. Rule 1. Spotting the signs. How to identify toxic behavior quickly. Have you ever had a friend, family member, or partner who left you questioning your own reality? Toxic people don't announce themselves. They often hide behind charm, fake concern, or passive, aggressive comments. But if you pay close attention, the signs are always there. They might constantly criticize you, make everything about themselves, or give backhanded compliments that leave you feeling small. These behaviors aren't accidents. They're tools to control and manipulate. Here's your Stoic challenge: observe, but don't engage. Train yourself to see the patterns without letting them pull you into their web. Awareness is your first line of defense. When you recognize their tactics, you take the first step in reclaiming your peace. Ask yourself, who in my life drains my energy? Whose words linger in my mind long after the conversation ends? The moment you identify toxic behavior, you weaken its power over you. Rule 2. It's not about you. Understanding the root of their behavior. Toxic people often make you feel like you're the problem, that you're too sensitive, too needy, or not good enough. But here's the truth: their behavior says more about them than it ever will about you. Their need to control, belittle, or manipulate stems from their own insecurities, fears, or unresolved pain. When you internalize their actions, you let their wounds become your burden. Your Stoic challenge: detach emotionally. Remind yourself that you cannot control their actions, but you can control how you interpret them. Instead of reacting with anger or self-doubt, pause and reflect. Why does this person need to act this way? By understanding that their toxicity is not a reflection of your worth, you strip their words and actions of the power to hurt you. This is not just about resilience. It's about liberation. Rule 3. Shielding yourself. Setting boundaries that actually work. Setting boundaries with toxic people feels like standing in a storm and daring it not to touch you. They will test you, guilt you, and try to make you feel selfish for putting up walls. But boundaries are not just acts of self-preservation. They're acts of self-respect. They communicate to others: this is where I end, and you cannot cross. Your Stoic challenge: Enforce your boundaries with clarity and calmness. When someone oversteps, respond firmly but without anger. Say things like, "I'm not comfortable discussing this," or "This behavior isn't acceptable." Expect pushback. Toxic people thrive on resistance, but the more consistent you are, the stronger your shield becomes. Remember, boundaries don't push people away. They protect the space where your peace resides. Ask yourself, what is one boundary I need to set today? Then commit to holding that line. Rule 4. The power of silence, mastering non-reaction to disarm manipulators. Manipulators thrive on your reaction. Whether it's anger, frustration, or defensiveness, your response is their fuel. But when you meet their chaos with silence, you take away their power. Silence doesn't mean submission, it means strength. It shows you're in control of yourself, refusing to play their game. It's a pause that says, "You can't control me." Non-reaction creates an uncomfortable void for toxic people. They expect resistance or emotional outbursts, but your calm disrupts their plans. Next time someone tries to bait you, pause. Breathe. Let their words hang in the air. Silence is a weapon they don't know how to fight against, and in that stillness, you reclaim control over the situation and yourself. Rule 5. The Grey Rock Method. Becoming boring to stop toxic drama. Toxic people crave attention. They feed on drama, manipulation, and the emotional highs and lows they provoke in you. The Grey Rock Method teaches you to do the opposite. Become as dull and unresponsive as a stone. When you refuse to engage in their theatrics, they lose interest. You become someone they can no longer manipulate. This doesn't mean you shut down emotionally for everyone. It's about selectively disarming the toxic individual. Avoid oversharing, giving strong emotional reactions, or engaging in their endless conflicts. When they push your buttons, respond with indifference, neutral, bland, and unremarkable. It's not glamorous, but it works. Over time, they'll move on to find someone who gives them the attention they crave. Rule 6. Stay firm. The broken record technique for standing your ground. Toxic people are persistent. They'll test your boundaries over and over, hoping to wear you down. The broken record technique is a simple yet effective tool to handle their persistence. Instead of getting pulled into long explanations or debates, you calmly repeat your boundary, like a record stuck on the same line. For example, if someone insists on discussing a topic you've said is off limits, respond with, "I've already told you I won't discuss this." Say it once, then repeat it as needed, without anger or frustration. The key is consistency. Toxic people hate it because they rely on your emotional reactions to manipulate you. By staying firm, you show them you're not someone who can be swayed. Over time, they'll realize they can't break your resolve, and they'll stop trying. Rule 7. Protect your peace, limiting exposure to toxic people. You don't have to engage with everyone who demands your energy. Toxic people often rely on proximity and persistence to infiltrate your peace. The first step to protecting yourself is recognizing that distance is a form of self-respect. It's not about avoiding conflict. It's about preserving your well-being. Start by assessing how much time you're giving to someone who drains you. Are they constantly creating drama? Do they leave you feeling anxious or depleted? Gradually reduce your exposure. You don't owe anyone access to your life. if they disrupt your mental and emotional health. Whether it's limiting phone calls, reducing time spent together, or completely cutting ties, remember this: your peace is non-negotiable. Rule 8. Lean on your tribe, building a strong support system. Stoicism teaches us self-sufficiency, but even the strongest individuals need support. Toxic people can make you feel isolated, as though their chaos is inescapable. That's why building a circle of trusted friends, family, or mentors is vital. These are the people who remind you of your worth, offer perspective, and help you stay grounded. Don't hesitate to reach out when you're struggling. Share your experiences with those who genuinely care about your well-being. They can offer advice, emotional support, or simply a listening ear. Your tribe is your shield against the negativity toxic people bring. Remember, leaning on others doesn't make you weak. It reinforces your strength. Rule 9. Self-care isn't selfish. Prioritize your mental and emotional health. Toxic people drain your energy, but self-care replenishes it. This isn't just about bubble baths or spa days, so though those can help her. True self-care is about tuning into what your mind and body need to thrive. Are you getting enough rest? Are you nourishing your body? Are you taking time to do things that bring you joy? When you prioritize yourself, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges, including dealing with toxic individuals. Make self-care a daily ritual, whether it's journaling, meditating, exercising, or simply saying no to things that don't serve you. When you're mentally and emotionally healthy, you're less likely to be swayed or manipulated by others. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation. Rule 10. The hard truth: accept you can't save everyone. One of life's most difficult lessons is realizing you cannot fix people who don't want to change. Toxic individuals often thrive on the belief that others will keep trying to help or save them. The truth is, the only person you can control is yourself. While your compassion and empathy may push you to intervene, you must recognize when your efforts are in vain. Ask yourself, is this person actively working to improve their behavior, or are they relying on your emotional labor to sustain their chaos? Accepting that you can't save everyone is not a failure, it's wisdom. Let go of the need to rescue others and redirect that energy toward your growth and peace. By releasing this burden, you allow yourself the freedom to focus on those who genuinely value your time and effort. Rule 11. Reframe your perspective: how to stay calm amid chaos. Toxic situations often escalate because we let them consume us emotionally. Stoicism teaches us that it's not events that disturb us, but our perception of them. When dealing with toxicity, take a step back and ask yourself, am I reacting to the situation, or am I responding thoughtfully? Reframing your perspective means recognizing that toxic behavior is often a reflection of the other person, not you. View their outbursts, manipulation, or drama as noise rather than personal attacks. Practice seeing the bigger picture. What can you control? What isn't worth your energy? By shifting your focus away from their chaos, you reclaim your inner calm and create a shield against their negativity. This mental shift not only protects you but disarms them. Rule 12. Forgive, but don't forget. Letting go for your own freedom. Forgiveness is not about excusing toxic behavior. It's about freeing yourself from the anger and resentment it creates. When you hold on to grudges, you give the toxic person power over your emotions long after the event has passed. Forgiving is a way of saying, "You no longer control how I feel, But don't mistake forgiveness for forgetting. Learn from the experience. Recognize patterns and set boundaries to ensure you don't fall into the same trap again. Forgiveness doesn't mean re-entering harmful relationships. It means releasing the emotional baggage they left behind. This act of letting go isn't for their benefit. It's for yours. When you forgive without forgetting, you reclaim your peace while staying wise to potential harm. Rule 13. Know when to leave. Walking away with confidence and grace. Walking away from a toxic person can feel like defeat, but it's one of the most empowering decisions you can make. Staying in a relationship, friendship, or situation that drains your energy isn't noble. It's self-destructive. Knowing when to leave is about valuing your peace, your mental health, and your potential for growth over the chaos someone else brings into your life. Leaving doesn't mean you failed. It means you're choosing yourself. It's not about running away, but about stepping toward a future free from manipulation and negativity. The Stoics teach us to focus only on what we can control. You can't change the toxic behavior of others, but you can remove yourself from its influence. Walking away isn't giving up. It's letting go with grace and confidence, knowing that you deserve better. Conclusion: reclaim your power. You've just taken a journey through the strategies that Stoicism offers to deal with toxic people. From setting boundaries to mastering non-reaction, every tool you've learned today is a step toward reclaiming your power and living on your terms. Toxic people don't define your worth, you do. The Stoic path isn't easy. It requires courage, clarity, and self-respect. But when you embrace these lessons, you'll find that your life becomes lighter, your mind more at peace, and your relationships richer and more meaningful. If this resonates with you, it's time to take control of your emotional well-being. Reflect on the toxic dynamics in your life and decide which strategy to apply first. Let us know in the comments which lesson stood out to you the most, or share your story. It could inspire someone else to take the first step toward freedom. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights that will help you grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Together, we'll continue this journey of self-mastery and purposeful living. Hit the like button, share this with someone who needs it, and let's spread the wisdom of Stoicism far and wide.